7-month-old baby girl lost her life, simply because where she was receiving treatment, it got a point in time where the facility could not manage the condition she was suffering from, and so the health experts there decided to refer her to Kofi Anokye Teaching Hospital. Unfortunately, when they placed a call to Kath, they were told to hold on till morning. Hold on, the person should hold on till morning because there was no bed. The place was full. Unfortunately, the little girl gave up the ghost before morning. She died. May her gentle soul rest in peace. Yesterday, we brought you a conversation about the key health facilities we have here in the region, and we told you about their bed capacity. Now, we told you that Ashanti region's population is about 5,432,485. That of Greater Accra is 5,446,237, a difference of 13,752. But when you get to Accra, Greater Accra, they have about 11 health facilities that are functioning and are able to cater for well over 4,000 patients. Here in Ashanti, it's about 5, and it caters for about 1,100 or let's say 1,200 patients. So we keep asking ourselves, these abandoned health facilities in Kumasi or Ashanti, they will make a lot of impact if they are completed. And yet, promises have been made over time as to when they are going to be completed, for it to be put to use, for people to be able to get the medical care that they require. Unfortunately, I'm going to see in room. Listen, if you join us on Facebook right now, and the interesting thing is, when if you get there and you want to go see things for yourself, you're prevented. I remember even parliamentarians were prevented from going to Afari to see things for themselves. They were prevented. How much more, media men like us? So we have our own means and ways of doing things. So if you join us on Facebook right now, we've taken some drone shots that will show you the state of some of these health facilities. So join us on Facebook and see things for yourself. Per the drone cameras that took these pictures for us and videos for us. Join us on Facebook on LUV 99.5 FM. I must also say that we are indeed appreciative to you. We are excited about the concern you have shown in this campaign that we've embarked upon. Lots of you are sharing thoughts about it, and we are going to make sure that at the end of it all, we get results. Today, our focus and our attention, like I said, is going to be on these uncompleted, these stalled, these abandoned health facilities in our region. And Eugene Osei-Tutu is right here with me in the studios of Love 99.5. He's going to be telling us the bed capacity of these hospitals. He will tell us whether they are specialized hospitals or otherwise. And Erasus Asaridongo, who has been taking trips to all these facilities, will tell us the impact and the benefit when these projects are completed will bring to all of us. And then we open the phone lines and you tell us, based on what you'll be hearing this morning, you tell us what you make of the situation we find ourselves in. Listen, it could be you, it could be me. Just last Friday, the 3rd of December, it was this little 7-month-old baby girl, 7 months old. She needed medical attention. She's been referred to Kofi Anokye. Kofi Anokye said, "Why can you blame them? Why am I?" And to train Adianchi 7 months. Adianchi no. And I've been telling you, there's another woman that I know of. She was also on admission in a health facility around here. She had to be referred to Kofi Anokye. Again, the same message was given to her and the family. Why am I intimate? Eugene, good morning.
David, good morning.
And yesterday when we were having this conversation about health facilities in Accra, and we were comparing it to what we have here in Kumasi, and I keep saying that we're not saying that Accra does not deserve it. No, they deserve it, but we also deserve our own portion, our own share. That's what we're saying. What have you been able to gather on these abandoned, these stalled, these uncompleted projects? What have you been able to gather?
David, the more I dig, the more sobered I become. It's a grim statistic. Yesterday we did indicate that indeed, when you go to Accra, you take their major hospitals. They are numbering about 11 of them. The total bed capacity is 4,227. When it comes to Kumasi, our major hospitals are just 5. And for purposes of emphasis, you have Sontreso, we have Tafo, we have KNUST, you have the Atonsago, which is supposed to be the Ashanti Regional Hospital in Kofi Anokye. That also numbers up to 1,628. So we promise listeners that today we'll be having a certain perspective or insight into some of these facilities that have started, and adopted across the various regions of this, the various towns of this region. Now, Joe, if you go to the major hospitals facilities, the picture 1, David, these are abandoned facilities in Ashanti. These are key ones. I know, yes, there may be other polyclinics, cheap compounds and all that, but these are the major ones. Now, let me just give you a history into Kumewu and Fomena. The Kumewu and Fomena are part of what you call the NSMI project. It was started, well, let me just say this. The contract was signed on November 19th, 2013. The NMSI was supposed to build 7 district hospitals. The contract was signed by then Health Minister Madam Shelley Aite, who was under the former President John Mahama administration. The entire contract sum was $175 million. A little history is that the NDC took some of these monies and invested it into election research, which is public. Coordinator of Joining did that investigation, and they invested a part of money into that research. Out of the 7, the Ashanti region was supposed to profit from Kumewu District Hospital, Fomena, and Bekwai. As we know, currently, the Bekwai Hospital has been completed. As and then I was speaking the data, it wasn't operational. But yesterday, the feedback I'm getting is that for Bekwai is operational, and that they've actually moved from their former state to the new facility. The data from the Ministry of Health indicate that Fomena is at 60% completion from 2013. When Kumewu is at 45% completion. Now, David, look at their bed capacities. Yesterday, we told you that the entire bed capacity of major hospitals in Ashanti region is 1,628. When you go to Kumewu, it's 120 bed facility. It's a district hospital. When you go to Fomena District Hospital, it's also 120 bed. When you go to Bekwai District Hospital, it's 120 bed. So I take Bekwai out. And when you go to Konongo District Hospital, it's also 60 bed. You come to the K University Teaching Hospital, which was started in 2007 under the late Professor Andam. That is almost 14 years now. It is 800 bed. And David, this hospital was supposed to be the equivalent of the University of Ghana Medical Center, which I told you yesterday. It's 597 bed for the first phase. Now, when you go to Afari Military Hospital, that is supposed to be an equivalent of the 37 military hospital for the northern sector. That is also 500 bed. And David, let me show you why sometimes I think that our leaders do not really care about us. Joe, if you go to the Afari picture, start from picture 4. When you go to the 2009 budget, that was read by the then Finance Minister, Honorable Dr. Komedufo, Afari was captured as far back as 2009. When you go to the bulletin 756, it reads, 100-bed general hospital with malaria research center at Teshia Accra will commence. Similarly, 2 regional hospitals with staff housing at Wa and Kumasi will be founded. And that is Sewa. It's not Afari. That's Sewa. I'll come to Afari shortly. That is Sewa. So you notice the regional hospital. As Sewa is supposed to replace Kumasi South, or what you call the Tonswa Gogo Hospital, as the regional hospital for the Ashanti region. It's 250 bed. It's equivalent to the Reg Hospital in Accra. Now, Joe, if you go to the picture 5, David,
we're getting the picture for you, and yes. I think it's on now.
Yes.
So listen, join us on Facebook, LUV 99.5. We'll be, scrolling and rolling these footages and of course these texts for you to really take your time, read them, and appreciate what it is what we're talking about. Why we ought to be concerned about these stalled, uncompleted, abandoned projects.
Yes, David. And the timestamps are important for me for the purposes of emphasis. When you go to the parliamentary answer of 2008, I told you that for Afari, the contract and everything was signed in October 2008. October 2008 was when the Kufuor administration was almost wrapping up. When you go through the Hansard, you see the point 67. You see what then, I think, Deputy Minister for Finance and the former MP for Tafo, Honorable Akuetteh said. He said, credit facility between the government of the Republic of Ghana and Messrs. Iwojet. Iwojet was the one to construct the facility for an amount of $180 million for the construction of 500-bed military hospital in Kumasi. And David, I've told you that this facility was nearly taken to Tamale. It was brought back to Sofo line. Then finally, it was settled in Afari. So 2008, David, we are in 2021. That is also what 13 years ago. And when you read the word, then he said that it's secured. Though it's not that we are now going to what find the money. It's secured. And the conversation you and I had with the Deputy Minister for Finance, we are now fighting over a certain defense, a certain $38 million. Meanwhile, the money has been secured. Joe, so if you go back to the picture one. Now, David, interestingly, whilst the entire 5 major hospitals are summing up to 1,628 beds, the abandoned hospitals are summing up to 1,970 beds. So it tells you that if these hospitals are completed and they come and add on to what we have, Kumasi will be hitting some 350, some 3,500 beds in the region. Because Sewa is 250 bed. Afar is 500 bed. KMSC Teaching Hospital is 800 bed facility. And David, all these facilities are rotting away.
From is 120, yes. Bekwai, that is operational now, 120, Kumeusum 45, Konongo 60.
And David, yesterday, do you know the interesting thing? I posted it on Facebook, and the kind of pictures I was getting from other towns in the Ashanti region. I cannot just understand why we invest these monies in these projects. They will just leave them to 1,970 beds.
And you say we leave them to rot, and that's of concern to me as well, because when we placed a call to the defense minister, he told us that the contractor is asking for much more money now because the CD against the dollar has not fared well. So he needs more money.
So they actually budgeted 17 million. The contractor is now requesting a certain 38 million. That is an extra 21 million because someone decided to leave the project there.
Tomorrow we'll tell you much more as to the cost involved in these projects, how much it's costing us. And with all the delays, how much extra we have to be paying. And you get to appreciate and understand what it is we're faced with. If the contractor who was supposed to have been given some $90 million is now saying that, well, give me something around $35 million right now, it tells you the concern that when we abandon such projects, it goes to affect us even in the future. I mean, people are suffering because they're not getting the health facilities to attend to them, and yet we have to pay much more money to get them completed. And even now, we don't even know when these projects are going to be completed. But we have started mounting pressure. And we're going to mount the pressure until we see results or we get these facilities become operational. Well, Eugene, thank you very much for your time. And for those of you who are with us, stay with us on Facebook because we have aerial pictures, aerial videos of these abandoned projects. And if you see the place for yourself, you can tell whether there's life there or whether there's work ongoing. You would appreciate the situation yourself. Erastus, good morning.
Good morning, David.
And how are you?
I'm good.
Good to have you. You've taken several trips to these abandoned, uncompleted stalled projects.
Yeah.
You've taken several trips there. Anytime you get there, how do you feel? What goes on in your mind?
I don't know how to describe it, but I get too angry. And sometimes I go on Facebook, I write my peace of mind, and people hurl insults and all that. I don't really mind. That's how I feel. For
people who hurl their insults,
yeah.
Don't they appreciate and understand what we're faced with?
You see, it gives me the impression it's only in Ghana that thieves will be regrouping to steal, and those whose property are being stolen are hailing them and jubilating. Because you see, this is plain common sense. Common sense will tell you that if you have property that is almost complete, you don't say, hold on, let me put this property there. I see a brosan bear say for me I can't crab no but man si wakakra na me ko start for ha na ma wie no answer me ba ma be wie. It just doesn't make sense to the ordinary human being. But here we are, and I blame the people. I blame the people in Ashanti region. Yes, I blame, including myself. Yeah, I blame us so much because, you see, if we were angry enough, after all, we voted them to power. We have how many MPs? 47, 48? And none of them sees anything wrong, anything urgent with this that we are wasting. Look at this. If you are on Facebook, you can see this. Look at this beautiful edifice, these facilities that stretches miles.
Which one is this?
This is Sewa. And
it's supposed to be a 250 bed capacity
250 bed capacity. The same thing is at Konongo. I've been there. The same thing, the same design, the same structure. the same length and breadth, whatever, is at Konongo. And it's at the same stage of completion. And you look at this, we leave this there, and then you go to, I remember Eugene, I was looking at Eugene when he said major hospitals in Ashanti region, and he mentioned what? Kumasi South, major hospital. Go there and look at what they've done there. Sometimes they use wooden structures to divide certain areas, offices and whatever, into wards and stuff like that. That's supposed to be a regional hospital. We are jokers.
And which one are you talking about? Is it the Centreso?
No, Kumasi South,
Atoso. And that's supposed to be a 142 bed capacity facility.
142 bed. Yeah. Go and look at the spaces there and whether they really look like normal wards to you. And look at the facilities there. The lack of equipment, the congestion at that particular area. It serves over 15 communities.
Indeed, yeah. You know, when you raise concerns about abandoned, they say it's not abandoned.
So what is it?
When you say stalled, they have concerns about it. So when you say, they want us to say uncompleted. When you go there, do you see works going on?
But you are seeing the drone footage. We shot this from above and we were there. You see, they fool you into thinking that work is ongoing. But I stayed there for like how many hours? Well, you see a thump here, cuckoo there, thump cuckoo here. You know. It doesn't look like the normal construction work that somebody who is really serious about getting something completed is doing. And sometimes when we had gone there was nobody there. And so you go there and you see people entering, people at the gate, you know, selling food and all that, but there's really nothing going on there. And David, if we have MPs that we as a people voted for, and they really think about the interest of the people, and they know that there are congestions within Konfanoche, the serious congestion, and they don't care.
So the what do you call them? The MPs, for example, you mentioned. Somebody will say they are supposed to be parliamentarians. They're not.
They are supposed to speak for the people.
But let's talk about
champion their needs.
Let's talk about our regional minister.
I have not heard any MP raise this issue on the floor of Parliament. Of course, the NPP MPs. Why would they go and vie for?
But that's why I said that some NDC MPs on the health committee came to Ashanti region, wanted to go and see for themselves what was happening at a ferry.
Yeah,
and that is part of their mandate.
Because they think that it's their project. You see, that mentality is so sickening that we think that, okay, a different government, NDC government, built these facilities. It's not ours. And, you know, yeah, man, any special treatment. At the end of the day, I don't remember Mr. John Dramani Mahama using his money to build any hospital in Ashanti region. I don't remember NDC government in power using his money to build any hospital in Ashanti region or any part of the world. They use the taxpayers' money. Taxpayers' money. Your money. When you go sit at KJTR and then you sell kukri for a day and they deduct you 20 pesos, 50 pesos. When you buy pizza and they deduct VAT, whatever, that is the money they are using to construct these hospitals. And they are sitting in the bush rotting, and you are home talking about MPP and DC. Common sense should tell you that people should now get angry and demand that whichever government is in place, these hospitals were built with our money, and we need it completed because we need it. If this government really thinks about the people of Ashanti region and it thinks that is their stronghold or whatever it is they call it, then they should put aside this political gimmickry and go ahead and complete those facilities before starting that agenda, whatever, whatever, anywhere.
Well, if you spend countless hours, praying for showers of blessings, your miracle could be right around the corner. You know why? It's simply because Airtel Tigo is making the shower huge cash prizes, data, and call minutes in the Airtel Tigo Tugumisu promo. From now to December, people all over Ghana will be winning awesome prizes every hour, every day, every week, and every month with a grand cash prize of 100,000 Ghana cedis. Now, all you have to do is simply dial *500#, recharge 5 Ghana cedis or more, and build up points from Airtel Tigo money and ATM transactions, which of course give gives you doubled points. It gives you recharges bundle, purchases, SMS, trivia, and general usage. You can also purchase points on star 500 hash via the Airtel Tigo Money and ATM to boost your points. You can get even more points from the daily SMS trivia for 30 pesos or from simply buying extra points for more chances to win big. So don't miss out. Simply dial star 500 hash and register for the Airtel Tigo Misu promo for free. Charlie, don't lose guard. And don't forget this, that Airtel Tigo will contact all winners with only this number. There's only one number that they will call you with to tell you you've won. It is 0260 000 100. Any other number is a scam. Airtel Tigo, life is simple. Now, paying taxes. Interesting, we're talking about taxes and the monies that have been pumped into these unburdened projects here. Well, paying taxes is an obligation to the state, and Consolidated Bank Ghana is making payments stress-free. Simply dial star 222 hash and pay your custom duties. Ghana Revenue Authority taxes, Environmental Protection Agency, Ghana Standards Authority, Food and Drugs Authority, and levies for all other government services. Pay your taxes via CBG's internet banking platform or dial star 222 hash to make payments. You can also visit any of their branches nationwide to make payments. Dial star 222 hash on all networks to pay all your taxes. CBG is ISO certified. Now, you can visit www.cbg.com.gh for more details, and you can also reach them on 0302 216 000. CBG, we stand with you. Now, hello Ghana, Christmas planning is begun earnestly for many people. Charlie, thousands of people are already preparing to make this Christmas the very biggest with help from Societe Generale Ghana. The bank is giving all USG Ghana Visa card holders cash back when you spend 300 Ghana cedis or more anytime you shop. No gimmicks, no hidden tricks, just make POS and online payments with your SG Ghana Visa card and voila, you get cash back sharp. Move fast, look sharp, start shopping today. Now, if you are not a customer, sign up now and get a card. For more information, just call them on 0302 214 314. It's 0302 214 314. Promotion ends on the 31st of January 2022. And remember, with Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you. Terms and conditions apply. Erasmus, when you say we're not angry enough, what do you really mean?
David, if we are angry enough, you see, if you've never been to Konfanochi Teaching Hospital, if your relative has not been there at the A&E, especially around this time, the Yuletide.
And we'll show you the Konongo government hospital project. That's what we're showing you right now on Facebook. So check
it's
it
the
out.
same edifice. You
the same design, like you
same
talked
design.
About that of Sewa.
Yeah, I've been around them. Beautiful edifice, I tell you. Beautiful edifice. But if you've not been to Konfanochi with your relative around this time, or any other day, then you won't appreciate what we're talking about. And you see, you can sit in your home and think that, oh, me, when I'm more Canadian, I say, we're actually too much. Maybe a shutdown family. You see, the next time your relative is not well, and that local hospital around cannot take care of his or her needs, and definitely you need a referral point, and they refer him or her to Konfanochi, then you realize what we're talking about, and you realize that you, as an individual in a Ashanti region, you are not angry enough. You are not, because then you go and you're trashed, and you sit there on a bench with a drip on you for 3 hours, where you needed to relax, and you can't because there is no bed. It's not like there's no bed. When you say Konfanochi, when we say there's no bed, it's like there are no beds. Yes, there could be a shortage of beds, but sometimes there is space, but there is bed, but there's no space to put that bed.
So we'd say it's full.
Yes. And at least, I tell you, the place has been run over its capacity.
Yeah.
Because an area that's supposed to take like 25 people is now taking about 60. And so some of them will have to lie on the floor. And that's how bad it is. And you go to Kumasi South, Atozo Agogo, the place they EJ referred to as a major hospital. Go there and see the conditions there. The place is overstretched, and at a point in time, you could not find a place to put somebody.
And you know what? Currently, as we speak, the Ashanti region, our bedding capacity from key hospitals is 1,628. These uncompleted ones amount to 1,970. 1,970. Okay, boom, at the 1,628 in one, we will get some 3,500. And this is huge.
And so now you see why I'm saying that people are not angry enough. Yeah, because you see, we are not talking. And you hear the word on the streets when I put this video on my Facebook page. And then you see people passing comments like, it's not our project and NDC project. And when we complete it, they will say that
it's NDC.
Seriously? Seriously, in this age and time, 21st century, we are in Ghana. And we are doing this, tomfoolery, talking about who built this and who built that with taxpayers' money.
Yesterday I was saying that Mills, when he was in office as president, finished the N1, invited Kufuor to be a part.
And he acknowledged them. What is wrong?
It was beautiful.
You see, normally, when people complete projects and they want to claim ownership, that is where the problem is. But I mean, all this is just infantile, petty, complete pettiness. And I tell you that if we have MPs in this region whose duty it is to seek the interest of the people, and they are not talking about these projects, then we have a problem. We have a serious problem. And we have the people who voted these MPs to power, and they are not talking. We have various pressure groups in this region, Aya, whatever, Kuya, whatever, and they are not talking about these projects being abandoned in the bush. Then we have a serious problem as a region.
How about
and I'm not surprised.
How about the traditional
Yes.
leaders? They also have a responsibility to their people.
And they are not
they also have a role.
You see, that is why I say we have a problem as a people in this region. Seriously.
If it had been any of them who had lost a 7-month-old baby girl, then maybe something would have happened. But should we wait till such a thing happens to somebody like that?
If you think it's not closer to you, stay in your home and do MPP and DC with these hospitals built with your tax. Your tax, and you are waiting for an NDC government to come to complete this. Then seriously, there's something wrong with us.
03220-83596. Listen, join our conversation. We're going to keep talking, and we assure you we're going to get results. For example, when you talk about the ferry project, we're told that it's about some 93-94% complete. 93-94% complete. 6% na kano. Yeah, changing. 6% the place. And one of my guests yesterday on the Blood Donation Conversation on Diary said when he was even driving by yesterday, he felt like crying. He felt sad within. He said he even drove in. And as usual, I do not allow you to get to certain. So
David,
he says he felt like crying. He is a health professional.
Say. You see, you go to hospitals, you see doctors, consultants who have really studied medicine and they are ready to work. They don't have the facilities, they don't have the equipment, they don't have the space to move around. And then you know that there is a solution. There is a solution somewhere. You have facilities that are sitting there that can be converted and completed for use. And then you have a government coming in to say that me Pema Sempai in Ashanti region, you form the chunk of my votes, whatever, blah blah blah. But these hospitals are there because I did not build them. I'm not completing them on time. I'm going to build agenda 11 whatever.
Are you angry enough or you're not? Let's hear from you. You've seen the videos, you've seen the pictures, you've heard the statistics. And let me just mention it again. That when you go to Accra, their population is 5,446,237. And yet they have some great hospitals there. And it's serving them so well. It's serving them so well. I mean, they have about 4,227 bed capacity. 4,227 bed capacity. Ashanti region, our population is 5,432,485. And we have 1,628. And we keep saying that if we complete these ones, it will shoot up our bed capacity to 3,500. So Kofanochi will not be pressured. Other facilities
David,
will cater for people who are sick.
Let me put it in a better way for you. What it means is that when you go to Accra and you are seriously ill, you have places to turn to. 37 is there. Police hospital.
Let me run into Kolebu is there. Rage is there. 37 police hospital.
Yes.
University of Ghana Medical Center. Bank of Ghana Medical Center. Maritime University. Lekma. We have Ghana East. Tema Central. And even now, La General Hospital has been pulled down and renovation works are being done on
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
yeah, because their people are thinking.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning, David Akuetteh. How are you, sir?
Chris, you know how I'm feeling, so.
The way I win Uncle Gorgeous Erastus, it's a hit and more fire. David, you see, what is the work of the regional minister? If the regional minister can't speak to the president about projects, especially like hospitals, then what is he doing? What is his commanding? And if you're also saying that because it's an NDC project, so when we do it, that is to go to the NDC. It is Ghana's money, not the NDC. Whether NDC or NPP. So those in Barakete, look, there is no any proper hospital. I'm doing some work there, so always I go there like twice a week. There is no any proper hospital there. When I went to their chief's compound, you cry. So when somebody is sick and they have to rush him to Kopanoche, before he gets there, the person gets there, before that. And so we have to talk about this. David, we have to talk about this and let them know that our lives are very precious to us. But when they are sick, they fly and go outside the country. So they don't feel what we are feeling. So it will take us to be so radical and demonstrate and tell them that what they are doing to us is suicidal. And so please, everybody, all hands should be on deck. Finally, there are rich men in this city, very rich men, but they are not helping these 9 cities. They can help by upgrading certain hospitals. But the not Central Hospital is a nice one, but they lack a lot of accoutrement, instruments to do the work. Yet they are rich men, they are rich women here in Kumasi, but they use their money for their own parochial interest. They don't serve mankind. Look, the essence of living is to make life easy for others to live. So let's keep talking, let's keep pushing. We might catch somebody's attention, and then they will do something about it. Thank you very much.
Well, thanks, Chris, and we want you to join us, but let's keep your contributions quite simple and short, so others would also, join us. 0322083596. Listen, join our conversation. If you're angry enough, if you want to see these projects completed, join our conversation. Let's hear you. Let your voice be heard. Major, good morning.
Morning, dude.
How are you, sir?
I'm very, very fine.
Thanks for joining us, Major. Let's hear you.
Let me say a very good morning to my friend Erasmus. Dave, you know something?
Tell me something.
The way we've allowed MPP, NDC mentality taking the better part of us is creating all these problems. Now, when the Erasmus was talking, he said that at a point, NDC MPs, okay, they decided to tour these uncompleted structures. But they are not hospital yet, so it will be misnomer for anybody to describe them as hospital. Because hospital is a place where people go for medical attention. So nobody has visited those places for medical attention. So for now, let us call them structures meant for hospital. Now, we've made the whole narrative as if we have NDC Ghana and then MPP Ghana. Now, there are some projects, even if this government decides to tackle it, you hear somebody say, oh, it was NDC that secured the funding and so on and so forth. You see, when we begin to do this, it creates the negative impression that whoever will have the wherewithal to complete it, I don't know, there's somebody somewhere who's going to say that I'm going to take credit. So you see, if you take our directive principle of state policy, it enjoins successive governments to ensure that abandoned projects are completed. Now, the problem is there is no sanction attached to that construct provision that if a government A comes and then succeeds as a government B, and then it doesn't do that one, this should happen to the president. But the Constitution is silent about some of these things. So they think that they can do whatever they like and get away with it. That's why we have these problems. And I think unless something proper is done, we will continue to be grapple with these kind of problems. So let me end here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Major. Thanks very much for joining us. And listen, let's all speak out. Let's speak out, not insulting, not attacking, but let's put pressure. And that's what we've begun since Monday. We're going to do this and ensure that, listen, we get results. 0322083596. You can also join us. Let's hear from you. 0322083596. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning. It's true. My name is Stephen Wanda Kolo from Achumakwa Oma District, Deputy Communication Officer. Greetings to Lawyer Evans Amankwa, Incoming Regional Chairman. The fact of the matter is that Ashanti region deserve what they are getting right now. If you vote for brotherhood, you are getting brotherhood development. If you are voting wisely for development, you're supposed to get wise development in your area. Let me tell you something. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the president of the Republic of Ghana, asks us to be citizens, but not spectators. We should be citizens, but not subjects. But anybody who is doing the citizen work, Nana Addo and his government turn against that person and chasing the person. Otherwise, we wouldn't have getting what we are getting right now. I'm sure that today, the motion that you are, Nana Addo and his government is not feeling better because they will be thinking bad of you because you don't like them. But the problem is that anybody who is thinking wisely on this area, on this region, during John Dramani Mahama time, built so many hospitals during that when Kojo Bonsu was KMA. Look at the development he brought in this country. But what do they do to Kojo Bonsu in this region? This region, when this regional minister, this KMA came, you just tell me one project, but they love them. So what are you telling me? What are you trying to tell me that I should put pressure on them? They are deserving what they are.
I hear you. And you speak the way you're speaking. We are all in this together. And like Erasu said, it could be any of us at any time. So don't let's do politics with some of these things. Let's be Ghanaians. Like you said, the president said, let's be citizens and not spectators. Let's speak to the issues on the table. 0322083596. I don't know about you, but listen, we need to speak. We need to get results. Kojo joins us on the lines as well. But you can send us your voice notes. Let's hear you. Share your voice notes with us to this WhatsApp number 05511119995. Kojo, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well, Kojo. Good to have you.
This all result is an insensitive government. Nana Addo is not a leader. Why do you, go travel abroad with about your ministers over numbering 100? Can't you dedicate 2 or 3 ministers to do and cut down that money to come and build these buildings in the forest? You see, you are saying Agenda 111. You are coming to build more hospitals like you've left in the bush. If you're a leader, you can think properly. He's not a leader. How can he be insensitive to Ashanti people? And you are saying your stronghold is this. It's not. When you can't think far. That man, when he sleeps, he should.
All right. I had to take him off, Kojo. Let's be mindful of the words we use when we're on radio. Yes, you might not be happy with what is happening, but we have words to use that will make the communication.
He's the president, and you have to honor his office
and give him the respect he desires. You can also join us on 0322083596. All right. When we say we are not angry enough, it doesn't mean we should come and attack with insults or foul words. No. Nana Kwame, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dave.
Welcome, sir.
Good morning. My contribution this morning will be that Ghanaians and some of us, we are very, very, very and extremely, we are very, very, very extreme. Hello?
I'm here, sir.
Oh, okay. So we are very, 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 very angry with this government. And until all these things is
Nana Kwame. All right, so we lost Nana Kwame. And listen, after this one, we have other projects we need to ensure that they also completed. How many times haven't we been assured of Buankra Inland Port? How many times? And we're sitting in Kumasi.
Hospital you are not getting.
Asampana.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Charlie, let's hear you.
Yes. I can't hear you.
By grace, I'm hanging in here.
Yeah, okay. You know something?
Tell me something.
Mr. P.V. Johnson always say something. Also, Ghana was fast. Senator Ghana was fast, and Kawhi didn't have an ability to have there. And Quebec and the better see. You know, it's not the leaders anymore. It's about us, the citizens. When we empower the further precious money that is meant to build hospitals for research on elections, and this push came in and decided to prosecute everybody. You see, when you are talking, it won't be like you hit somebody and love somebody. The truth must be told. I don't know almost tell my more saying, no, do more saying. Now, what's I don't know why this is
Asampana, thanks for joining us as well. 03220-83596. Send us your voice notes to our WhatsApp number 05511119995. Send us voice notes. Don't send messages. Please send voice notes. Edward is also on the line with us. Good morning.
Good morning, David.
Eddie, welcome.
Thank you. You see, as you have been saying, we are all in this together, and we need to fight it to the latter. You see, when we have a lot of laws, but the laws are not being enforced and they are not working. When you go for a facility alone to build a hospital, and then you use part of the money to do something else, research into whether you win election or not, that is misappropriation. And he does it, and nothing happens to him. And then somebody also comes, because people will tag the one who started the project as the one who did it. You also want to do something else because we say, oh, this one started this. And you also want to do another thing. It's our own money. And you see, we have to blame ourselves. When then these CMPs came there, we were backing them to enter there. When they were misapplying the money, what did they do? And we look at them, they come back, regroup, as Erastus was saying. The same thing, they regroup, we back them, and then they come and do worse things. And we find ourselves in this. Anyway, good morning.
Good morning, Edward. So we have leaders, from traditional to political, we have leaders. I remember, it had to take Seth Kwame Boateng to put together a documentary about the situation that women who go to deliver at Kofanochi were going through. And then multimedia said, oh, let's champion and do something. And then people come and associate and say, okay.
That's why I keep asking you whether we have MPs in this region.
Nana Kwame, do we have Nana Kwame on the line? We lost Nana Kwame on the line. Alex is on. Alex is also not on the line. All right, so we lost all of them.
I am online.
Alex is on the line. All right, so Nana, sorry, we lost you. Alex, let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, David, you see, first, no more MPs. Almost 7 years no ba na edimo life no I your music assembly then you see, if when they are in office they put in the correct structures to help everybody but not just themselves, you see, you will not remain MP forever, neither will you remain a minister forever. It's for a period. So when you do policies, you make sure that those policies that you are bringing up will suit everybody, including you. I remember there was a time we went for a certain meeting. We were bringing up a policy, lenders, borrowers and lenders policy. And then as bankers, we were there. And then we were bringing out clauses to tighten the gaps in favor of the bank. And one of the facilitators said that we should remember that we will not remain bankers forever. Now, I'm not a banker. I always remember that statement. So, the ministers and MPs, they should remember that they will not remain at that place forever. They will become citizens just like us. So, they should think twice.
Thank you very much. And that was Alex. Johnny. Hello, Johnny.
Hello.
Johnny, good morning.
Good morning.
Have you seen any of these abandoned projects? Have you seen these hospitals that have been abandoned? Have you seen any of them?
Oh, many of them.
So when you see them, how do you feel? What goes on in your mind?
Very bad. Yesterday.
Yes, sir.
I'm on leave, and I decided yesterday I won't go out.
Okay.
I just entered the washroom. I had a string number, and that was a call from the school where my daughter is schooling. Said she was sick. David, it was a nightmare. Had to get this girl to the hospital. It wasn't easy. Just like Erasto said, see, when people are talking, you say, oh, me, it won't happen to me. You don't know. See, we are not angry enough. Our problem is NDC and PP. You see, if you watch and listen, anytime somebody talking, and this is trying to score a point for NDC, trying to score a point for MPP. But the point is that the wastage in this government is too much. And we are all quiet. Look, the president chatting, what do you call it? Is it somebody says now becoming Ghana, the Falcon that we have is not Uber. So we give it to other
presidents to travel with.
Presidents. And we go to Chatter. See, we are so rich. $14,000 a month. Multiply it for 6 hours and in and out. I hear the president just gone to sleep in the hotel, which is $8,000 a night for 6 days. David, just look at all this waste. We are not saying that president should go and sleep in the low hotel, but at least we can do, let's get up and tell the president enough is enough. Please, we are not happy about what is going on. We don't hate you. We want the best for all of us. Nobody should hate his president. David, we leave it to a few people. Ablakwa is talking about the rent or the charter, and nobody is helping him. David, we are not hungry enough.
Johnny, thanks for joining us. 0322083596. We're going to pick just one more call, and then we'll share with you your messages on Facebook as well as the voice notes we have in here. Kalusha is on the line. Kalusha, good morning.
Good morning, Dave. Good show. David, I believe that we as people, if we don't do politics of development, politics of progress, and we do, I'm from North, I'm from Ashanti, and I'm from Volta, so whatever it is, I'll hold on to it. David, we are not going anywhere. David, if you know Sipe Boku, come to Boku Township and see. Pathetic. At the backyard of 424, just opposite airport roundabout. And if you are there, I think you are somewhere village, far away in Ghana, but at the backyard of 424, Manshia South to be precise. No development, but we are quiet. Come and let somebody, contest with the ticket of NDC. No matter how knowledgeable he is, no matter how David the person is, he will be rejected. And bring in an animal, same. They will embrace it. Go to North and do same. They will, do the same. If you go to voter, then it means we as people, we don't know what you want. So the politicians will always be personal like that. Let us rise up. Let us do politics of development and stop what we are doing. Other than that, we are going to be in one place. Good morning, David.
Good morning. And our final caller is in. David, good morning. Hello, David.
Yeah, David. How are you?
I'm well, David.
Good. Erastus, good morning.
Good morning, David.
Yeah, Erastus, have you tried inviting any of the MPs to talk about this issue?
Well, we have done that. The production has done that.
Okay. Are they willing to come and explain?
No.
It's only the deputy defense minister who is willing to speak to us. So God willing, we'll speak to him on Friday. And that has to do with the Afari project.
Oh, okay. And Erastus, when you've seen these things and you posted them on your Facebook page, why the insults? Why are people insulting you?
Yeah, because they think I'm
making their party unpopular.
They say, some of them write that I'm a stomach journalist. Maybe I think about myself.
And making some party unpopular.
David, you see, I tell you that there's something wrong. You have disappointed God. I've always said it.
We'll keep talking. We'll keep talking, and we'll fix that problem, and we'll stop disappointing God, David. People like you are speaking well. Johnny and Co. Edward. Johnny was telling us about when he heard about his daughter's ailment, and he was wondering how to get the daughter to a hospital. Yes. He's speaking our language. Gradually, people change their minds, David.
Said it, that you'll be there because it has never gotten to you. Ambulance. I always see ambulance. Erastus, I never knew that one day it would get to me. And to me, yes, my sister was in an ambulance. And I said, whoa, I deal with that. So they should continue that way.
Are you? Thank you very much. And that's why I had to take one of the callers Listen, let's bring to you some of the voice notes that we have. They're quite a number. We thank you very much for sending them in. We're going to share them with you now, starting with this very first one.
Good morning, David. I am George from Dabai. David, the way this MPP government is treating Ghanaians is not acceptable. But people keep defending them. You see, they have abandoned hospitals to rot, and they came and promised us 110 district hospitals. Where are they? Nana Akufo-Addo came and cut sword at Trede. What is the stage of that hospital? You see, is this the Nana Addo who told us that we should try him, Ghana for me pamucho, Monso Menche? And he have the audacity to come and walk to 2-4 only to be introducing his ministers. This minister is from Ashanti region, this minister, Ona Obeni, and so what? So what, David? We are sick and tired of this MPP government. He is killing us. Look at the luxurious travel Akufo-Addo is doing. He doesn't care for Ghanaians.
Josh, thanks for sharing your thoughts with us this morning. But this campaign is still on. And listen, let's bring you to you another voice note. Take a listen to this.
Morning, David. Honestly speaking, I am very, very angry. Extremely angry at our leaders. David, our leaders saying, what sort of insensitivity is this? And I just don't get it. People are suffering, people are dying because of health care in this 21st century. Oh my goodness, what is happening in this country?
I wish I knew. We have leaders, and it's like, project
it's like obedient duania bro na o papa say there be me time no me fama oni. Yeah. Me fama oni.
David, good morning. This government said the public payroll is full. So if they complete the hospital, it's the animals that are going to work there. That means they will not employ anybody there. That's where they're not completing it. But we are very disappointed in the MPP MPs in this region. Thank you.
Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us via voice notes. And anytime we're on air, share with us your concerns on this subject by sending us your voice notes. The number to send your voice notes to is 05511119995. Let's share another with our listeners.
Good morning, Mr. David. Thank you very much for this opportunity to also add my voice. My name is Noah. You know what? In this country, the leaders is our problem. Please check the amount of money that will be used to complete one of the projects and calculate about the $14,000 allegedly used by the president for his travels, and check out whether in $14,000 per hour and calculate the hours from where he always flies and where he arrives, and compare us whether it can complete a particular project in Ghana here when his own private jet is in state of use. In fact, the country, there is no future for us. That is the fruit that we are harvesting in our 2020 general election.
But if we keep talking, the future will change. The future will be bright.
Of course.
If we keep talking and people keep changing their mindset, and stop thinking about the fact that it's my party that is being spoken against, or my party is being thrown under the bus, we're telling the truth. People are losing their lives. People are dying. In fact, there are others who are struggling to survive, to live. They need some referral to go to Kofanochi. Yes, why man to the baby again to be this
Christmas. Go to A&E. this Christmas.
Accident and emergency.
And look at what happens there.
Let's share one more voice note.
Good morning, David. I hope you are doing well. David, thank you for your program this morning. The people of this region really deserve it. And I think you and your colleagues are doing well. But David, there is something I want to draw your attention to. The statement that we make that because the people of this region voted in a particular way, it means we are not wise or we are not thinking. It's an insult. I think you journalists should stop it. You think you are thinking right, you voted the other way. What makes you think that I voted another way but because I'm not thinking? And who determines who is thinking right and who is thinking wrong? If we are all to think right, then we only have one party so that we all vote for it. For Erastus to come on air this morning to say that the people of the region are not thinking because we voted for MPP. And anyway, yes, we need hospitals. Is it the only parameter we use to vote in the country? Or development, yes. Is it the only parameter we base on to cast our votes? So if you bring one issue and based on that to say the people in the region are not thinking, why? And for a stupid NDC man to...
Apologies for that. Apologies for that. And listen, you may agree or disagree with somebody.
But don't insult.
Don't insult. Do it in a diplomatic way.
That's not the best thing
to
do.
Don't use insulting words, please. Apologies to our listeners for that insult that came through. Apologies. We have messages on Facebook?
Yes. Prince Pepra says the most hypocrite region in Ghana is Ashanti region. And this is from Junior Tiro. He says, watching live from Krokeri, and he says he's enjoying the show. And this is from Chris Najitera. He says our leaders have lost focus and direction. And from Opoko Richmond, he says the day I missed this show, I feel unwell. Thanks for the great service. And this is from Kojoa Senpai. He says this is the #1 morning show in Ashanti region and he never misses it. And this is the DJ Omale Wayosi. He says no matter how NDC will poison Ghanaians about this administration, this government means no harm. How can a country be developed without paying taxes? This is from Magic Studios. He says God bless you, this is the situation. And from Richard Donko, he says under Kufado we have significant projects like the Saglebi housing, E-blocks, numerous hospitals, markets, Commander Sugar factories all rotting away. Nation wreckers.
Thanks for sharing those messages with us. Erasmus, let's ignore some of the messages, especially those. We want you to share your thoughts, so they are very much welcome. Once they are not insulting, they are very much welcome.
David,
those are your thoughts.
We are not doing this for ourselves.
But for me, Erasmus, two things are on my mind. I think that, first of all, we need to, and I like the enthusiasm and the passion with which people have joined us. I mean, if you listen to some of the voice notes, if you listen to the callers, people are really, getting there. I mean, they are getting angry and they want to see results. I think that we need to get people rally behind us and get a petition of a sort to Otunfo, a petition of a sort to the president, to tell him that, listen, people are dying whilst projects are not completed. Let's go to the regional minister. And I let me just hold on my horses for now. Somebody was asking whether we've engaged some of the MPs and all. Listen,
we have.
God alone knows the calls that we've made. God alone knows the calls we've made. The only person who has agreed to speak is the Deputy Defense Minister. That's the only person. But we'll keep at it. And you'll be hearing from those people on Friday, because Friday will end the week with this conversation.
David, we don't do this for ourselves. And I keep saying that you wait and sit in your home unconcerned until you get sick to the point where nothing can be done unless you are referred to somewhere and there is no bed. Then you will appreciate this conversation. And it's about time that we start speaking. Let's run away from this NDC whatever. I see hospital projects built with taxpayers' money. I don't see NDC, I don't see MPP. Please, and it's our money.
If a wrong has been done, prosecute the persons involved, but complete the project.
Complete the project. That's what we need. It's our money. It's not for anybody. Nobody has. All these politicians don't have any money to build any hospital for anybody. It's your taxpayers' money. Let's demand accountability. Let's demand that it is completed. We get to use it.
For us, we keep talking. And for this conversation, we want to keep talking till the results, are achieved. I'm happy the last time I spoke to the defense minister, giving us another assurance, but I'm believing his words for what he said, because for Ferry, it is 94-95% complete. 5% like Canadian, but listen, I think that we should change our mindset, like you're saying. We need to change our mindset and put Ghana first.
Yes.
Put Ghana first, because the monies that are being used is not written on it. They sign contracts on behalf of the country, not their parties.
Yeah.
When they go for loans, it's on behalf of the country, not on behalf of their parties. And when the monies come in, why do you think people are kicking against this 1.75 e-levy? If over the years, if taxes that are taken from people are used very well, nobody will complain.
No.
You drive on bad roads, and yet we're told that that's e-levy when collected. The BBC is a coin. Say, I bet some my pepper.
Who cares?
Now I'm going to absorb up in India.
Yeah.
We'll continue tomorrow. Thanks for listening to us. God bless you. And Accra, that is Joy 99.7. They're having a conversation about places they've identified as accident prone in Accra. 10 key areas. And they want to tell us about it. So let's join the feed. There's more also coming up here, and there's e-levy and many other things. Let's join the feed now on Joy 99.7.